95.5 WFMS with Jim, Deb, and Kevin.
Can't be Deb. No, you can't. Can't be Deb.
It's time for another round of Can't Beat Deb, and our contestant is Brian. Good morning, Brian.
Good morning.
What side of town are you from, Brian?
I'm in Monrovia.
Oh, Monrovia. I was just out that way not too long ago for Easter. I was out at the farm there. I had a good time out there. So, well, hey, Brian, here's how we play.
We're going to ask you 5 questions, Brian. Of course, we asked Deb those exact same 5 questions. If you get more right than Deb, then you win. But if she gets more right than you, or if she ties you, she wins. And if you're ready, let's start with question number 1.
All right, here we go, Brian. Question 1. The PGA Championship is this weekend. Now, what does PGA stand for?
Professional Golfers Association.
All right, question 2. Willie Nelson is 90 years old. Now, a concert movie titled Long Story Short, Willie Nelson 90, will be in theaters this summer. Now, who is older, Willie Nelson, Dick Van Dyke, or Clint Eastwood?
Oh, good Lord. Dick Van Dyke.
All right, question 3. It's official. Luke Bryan and Peyton Manning are co-hosting this year's CMA Awards. Now, what was Peyton Manning's number when he played for the Indianapolis Colts?
18.
Question 4. Lance Bass of NSYNC turned 44 earlier this month. Now, how many singers make up the group NSYNC?
5.
Question 5. Johnny Depp just signed a $20 million 3-year deal to continue as the face of Cologne. Johnny played what pirate in the movie Pirates of the Caribbean?
The heck was his damn name? Oh, sorry. Darn name. Oh. Jack Sparrow.
All right, there's our 5 questions. Let's bring Deb back in the room and see how she does.
But first, we'll check traffic. Brian was all business there. 7:42 is our time. Traffic sponsored by Hubler Chevrolet.
Thanks. ChevinHeating.com.
Can't be Deb. No, you can't. Can't be Deb.
It's back to Can't Beat Deb, and Deb is back in the studio. And say hello to Brian from Monrovia.
Hi, Brian. How are you?
Hi, Deb. How are you doing?
I'm good. Got my glasses on
Good
so
luck.
I can do my best.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Good luck to you.
Yes, you're going to need
Well,
it.
thank you.
All right, Deb, here we go. Question 1. The PGA Championship is this weekend. Now, what does PGA stand for?
It stands for Professional Golf Association.
That's the PP. What'd you say?
What did he just say? PGA?
The PGA.
Yeah, PGA.
Professional Golf Association.
Oh, you said personal in front of that.
Well,
so
I
it's-
messed up at first.
Oh, okay. So once again, it's what?
Don't focus on the mistake.
It's
It's
what?
Professional Golf Association.
There you go. That's exactly right.
Okay.
And Brian knew that, too. So everybody scores. It's Deb 1, Brian 1.
Like I'm a professional.
All right. Question 2. Willie Nelson is 90 years old. A concert movie titled Long Story Short, Willie Nelson 90, will be in theaters this summer. Now, who is older, Willie Nelson, Dick Van Dyke, or Clint Eastwood?
Okay. And he's how old? Willie's how old?
Willie's 90.
Who's older? Dick Van Dyke or Clint Eastwood? Clint Eastwood is not 90. Dick Van Dyke. Oh gosh, that's a really great question. I'm gonna say Willie. Probably Dick Van Dyke.
Willie's actually the youngest of those 3.
Are you serious?
It's Dick Van Dyke, who is 97, Clint,
my
who is
gosh.
92, and Willie is 90. And Brian knew that, so he gets the point.
He
so
Googled
it's Deb
it.
1, Brian 2.
All right, question 3. It's official. Luke Bryan and Peyton Manning are co-hosting this year's CMA Awards. Now, what was Peyton Manning's number when he played for the Indianapolis Colts?
18.
That's correct. And Brian knew that, too, so everybody scores.
Yay.
It's Deb 2, Brian 3.
Question 4. Lance Bass of NSYNC turned 44 earlier this month. Now, how many singers make up the group NSYNC?
5.
That's correct.
Yep.
And Brian knew that, too,
on.
so everybody scores.
Brian.
It's Deb 3, Brian 4.
I know.
Going to the
I mean,
final question.
I answered them so fast, there's no chance to Google.
Oh,
I know
shoot.
it. I know it. Question 5. Johnny Depp just signed a $20 million 3-year deal to continue as the face of Cologne. Now, Johnny played what pirate in the movie Pirates of the Caribbean?
Arr. He played. I know this because I actually saw that movie. He played Captain Jack Sparrow.
That's correct. And Brian knew that, too.
Gosh.
Brian ran and the
Yes, baby.
table.
Go
is
home,
Deb
Brian.
4, Brian 5. Brian,
I'm at home. I'm
you
already at home,
just
so we're
beat
good.
Deb with a perfect game.
I'm already at home. Brian, I mean, I've had this losing streak and I was ready to snap it.
Not today.
Not today.
Not with
Not today,
Brian.
young lady.
Well, it's time for those famous words.
Hello, I'm Brian from Monrovia, and I can beat Deb.
You know, I think we have to change the name to Can Beat Deb. You know, so if you'd like to be a contestant, go to the website, WFMS.com. We'll get you all signed up. 95.5 WFMS with Jim, Deb, and Kevin. Kevin's got your National News Now, and Carly Pierce is getting some major TV time.
Yeah, I'll get to that in about 30 seconds. Today is George Strait's birthday.
Oh.
71 years old.
Is he
Looking good
really?
at 71.
Yeah.
Country stars all over are wishing him a happy birthday today. Some of his hits include Amarillo by Morning, The Chair, I Cross My Heart, and All My Exes Live in Texas. That's right. Happy birthday to George Strait today. Caitlin Brown won't be joining Kane Brown on tour this weekend because he got a sick kid. She'll be staying home with a sick daughter.
Be a mom.
Yep, that's exactly right, Deb. Audiences have been enjoying her perform with her husband, Kane. Their duet, Thank God, on tour. But in this case, you know, kids come first. Got to stay home.
That's right.
Deal with it. He couldn't, so she will. CMT is debuting a new hour-long Carly Pierce special this coming Saturday. And they're going to replay it multiple times. So if you missed it the first time, you'll see it. But it's CMT's performance. It's called 29 Written in Stone, live from Music City. And, of course, it was recorded from Nashville. That would be, of course,
Sure.
Music City. So it's a little live from Music City. It's not. It was recorded. So
Right. It was live at the time.
Doesn't sound as good. Recorded from Nashville.
That doesn't sound good
Doesn't
at all.
sound good.
So
Anyway,
just
look
go
for
and say
Carly
live.
Pierce on CMT for an hour-long special this weekend. 8:26, that's your National News Now.